predicting the weather. First, our homework. Can someone read the first sentence with the correct answer? Emma, read number 1 with the correct answer.
Water moves in a cycle.
Okay, very good. Water moves in a cycle, the water cycle. Number 2.
Heat can cause water can change to a gas or
Can you say evaporate?
evaporate.
One more time, say evaporate. So, heat can cause water to change into a gas. That's called evaporate. All right, number 3. How about Min Hui? Read number 3.
Measure.
Read.
Scientists use to measure the weather.
Very good. Measure. So we have to use tools to measure the weather before we can predict it. And the 4th one.
Water condenses into drops.
Good. Water can condense into drops. So the gas that's in the air condenses into a cloud. All right, let's have Kui. What is the first word? What does letter 1 match?
W.
W. What's letter 2?
Weather.
Excellent. And the second one, Chi, what is letter number 4?
I.
And letter number 5?
E.
And then number 6?
N.
So what's that word, Chi?
Pattern.
Pattern, very good. And all together, what's the word all together, Chi?
Weather pattern.
Excellent job. And what is a weather pattern?
What's a cycle? What's a pattern?
A weather pattern, good. Water cycle is an example of a weather pattern. A weather change that repeats over and over. Nice work on your homework, everybody. Why do scientists measure the weather? Assie, why do scientists measure the weather?
Because the scientists want to know the weather.
Exactly, they want to know the weather. Why? Why do they measure it to know it?
Why do scientists measure the weather?
Why do they? What do you think, Minlong?
To tell the people.
To tell the people, very good. Why do the people need to know the weather? Kwang Hai, why do the people need to know the weather?
If the people doesn't know the weather, the people go outside, maybe it can have a storm or can have a rain.
Very good, excellent. The people need to be prepared. Sarah, can you please read this?
Yep. Measuring the weather helps scientists see patterns.
Patterns, very good. And can you also read this one?
Weather patterns help scientists predict the weather.
Very good. So first, you use tools to measure the weather. Second, you find patterns in that. Find the patterns and use that to predict the weather. That way we can make a weather report and everyone can check it on the TV or on your internet and be happy like this guy. If we can't predict the weather, we end up sad like this girl stuck in the rain. What does predict mean?
It predicts what will happen in future.
Good. Can you say future?
Future.
Very good. So not in the past and not right now, but what will happen in the future? Here are some tools for measuring weather. Does anyone remember some of the names of these tools? Leihan?
Thermometer.
Good, thermometer, very good. Also, Leihan, do you have a camera? All right, so this is a thermometer to measure temperature. What about this one down here?
A rain gauge.
Very good, this one's a rain gauge.
And a ruler.
Very good, Hannah. Rain gauge and a ruler. Hacker, do you remember what this one up here in the top right? What does this one measure?
Measure the weather.
What about the weather? What does it measure? Does it measure the rain?
No. They measure the
Or it spins?
They measure rain.
Not the rain.
Weather.
What might make it spin really fast like this if it's pushed?
Wind.
Yeah. Good job, Hacker. It's the wind. So this is A. We haven't learned this one yet, but it's a wind speed gauge. Remember, it was on top of that tool the scientist was using, and the wind blows it and turns it. If the wind isn't blowing very hard, do you think it turns quickly or slowly? Slow. When the wind blows harder, Mia, does it turn slow or fast?
Fast. It
Fast.
fast.
Very good. So why do we need these tools?
It is important to have this tool because it measures the temperature and the wind and the rain. That shows us if the rain is heavy, it means it's gonna be storm. If the rain is light, it means it's just tiny little raindrop. And if the wind is strong, it means there's a thunderstorm or a big storm coming.
Very good. So we need these tools to measure the weather so that we know about the weather that is coming so we can make predictions. Great answer, Teddy. That was wonderful. Can you read this for us up here at the top?
You can check the record weather data that's at home and school over time, and data show patterns.
Very good. Say patterns.
Patterns.
Very nice. So we can track and record the data to look for patterns, and we can use those patterns to do what? Minhui, what do we use those patterns for?
We use the pattern to know the weather.
Yeah, to know the weather, to make predictions. Good job. Minhui, what do you think track means? What does it mean to track something?
To track something is to write and record the weather.
Kind of. So recording it does help some. For example, you can track the weather. You could track where an animal is, where an animal goes. You could keep track of what you eat every day. So what do you think track means, Leihan?
I think it no.
Yeah, if you know it, that's pretty much it. So if I keep track of what I eat, then maybe I say, okay, today I ate a banana, an apple, some rice. I follow it. I'm tracking what I'm eating. If I track the weather, I would say today it was sunny. And then tomorrow I'd say, today it's cloudy. Tracking it. Maybe I track my favorite football player. I keep track of his games. I keep track of how many goals he gets. What does record mean? Micah, what do you think it means to record something?
Record means it's like recording the weather is like we see how the weather is like sunny, cloudy, rainy, or thunderstorm. Then we write it down and try to see is it same or not. That's how we record.
Very good. Excellent answer. So here we are. What do track and record mean?
Track, to follow something. Reckon, to write down.
Can you say record?
Record.
Very good. So I think someone's computer is lagging. Okay, so track, to follow something. To follow an animal, we can track an animal through its environment and figure out where it lives. Then if we want to protect the animal, we know which part of its environment we need to protect. So we can track or follow an animal. We can follow the weather every day and track it. We could follow a football player and track how they're doing. And then record is to write down. Why is recording what we track important?
Record it and you sometimes you forgot something. If you record the pattern of weather, maybe the weather of the first year will last the second year, and if the second year doesn't like the first year, we need to see in the movie, in the TV.
Very good. So we need to record it because we might forget it. Chi said the same thing in the chat. If we don't record, we can't remember. I can't remember the weather and temperature for every day this week. Can I find a pattern if I don't record it? No, we have to write it down. We have to write it down. Kui, why is it important to track the weather?
Because if I don't track the weather, I don't know what the weather is.
All right, very good. How about Mia? Mia, why else is it important to track the weather?
Because if we are big, we go to a field trip, or we don't know the weather. We think it's sunny, so we go to the beach, but it is raining. So we have to know the weather so we can go to travel the world.
Very good. All right, so it's important to track the weather so we know what the weather is. How strong is the wind? Is it safe to go outside? And it's important to track the weather and know what it will be in the future. So we need it to see patterns and make predictions. Let's do some practice.
Do you know why scientists measure the weather? Scientists measure the weather to help predict what the weather might be like for the next few days. This prediction is called a weather report.
Okay, so what is a weather report?
Prediction is called a weather report.
Good. This prediction is a weather report. So scientists predict the weather and tell us what it is on the TV. Everyone say weather report.
Weather report.
Very good. You guys are going to be making a little weather report, so pay attention, okay?
It might help you to decide what to wear or what activities to do.
So if you look at the weather report in the morning, it'll help you decide what you can wear that day, what activities you can do.
Let's look at some weather patterns for a few days. On Monday afternoon, it's sunny and warm with no clouds in the sky. In the evening, the weather changes and the sky fills with clouds. What do you think the weather will be the next day?
All right, so see here at this picture, everybody. Monday, there's sun in the morning and the afternoon. In the evening, there's clouds. What do you think the weather will be like tomorrow?
I think will be sunny.
All right, so Assie thinks the clouds will go away. It'll be sunny again on Tuesday. Sarah, what do you think the weather will be on Tuesday?
Rainy.
All right, Sarah thinks the clouds will get bigger and bigger and it'll be rainy. All right, that's a good prediction. Ocean, what do you think the weather will be on Tuesday?
Hot.
Hot. Okay, so let's see who was right.
On Tuesday, the sky is full of dark clouds and it starts to rain. Scientists measure how much rain falls. They also measure the temperature, the wind speed, and the wind direction.
All right.
They write down these measurements.
Good job, Sarah. So Sarah was right. The clouds got thicker and thicker and it rained. The scientists measure these and record it, write it down, so that they can use these to predict the weather.
On Wednesday morning, it's cold and rainy. In the afternoon, the weather starts to change. The rain stops and the sun comes out. Scientists measure this change in weather. They can see that the weather is warming up and the clouds are going away.
Kui, what do you think the weather will be the next day on Thursday?
The morning is 61.
And what about in the afternoon?
69.
All right, so maybe just a little cooler than Wednesday. Zalin says it'll be warm and sunny. Let's see.
On Thursday morning, it's warm and sunny. By afternoon, it's hot. Scientists measure these changes in temperature. In fact,
Very good. All right, so they track them for several days in a row and use that to predict the weather for the next days. You guys are going to do that again to make a weather report. So who reads the weather report? Let's decide. Does this girl here, does she read the weather report? Did she dress the right way for the weather that she's in? Min Huang, what do you think?
I think
Did she read the weather report?
this.
Yeah, she did. She's very prepared. What about this girl? Micah, do you think this girl here read the weather report?
No, because outside it's very cold and she's wearing a dress.
Very good. She did not. These people did, right? So she read the weather report. She did. And these kids are wearing the right clothes for summer. But not this girl. She didn't check the weather report. She could get sick. This is similar to your homework.
it is cold and cloudy.
All right, listen carefully. You guys have to predict the weather.
Scientists track weather patterns to help them make weather reports. Imagine that this morning is cold and cloudy.
All
with
right,
these
so this morning is cold and cloudy.
conditions, what could the weather be like in the afternoon?
So the morning is cold and cloudy. What could the weather be like in the afternoon? Sao?
Cold and cloudy.
Kwang Hai, what do you think?
I think it is warm.
That's not correct. If it is cold and cloudy now, it's more like
So that wasn't right because it's cold and cloudy in the morning. Sometimes,
Snowy.
okay, maybe snowy. Good, right? If it's really, really cold and cloudy, it could snow. What else could it be? What else? Mayhan?
In the afternoon, it's rainy.
Rainy.
You got it.
Very good.
If it's cold and cloudy outside right now, it's more likely that the weather will be snowy or rainy later in the day. It probably won't be sunny or warm.
Excellent job, guys. So you guys are going to do something similar for your homework to what I'm about to show you. So pay close attention, okay? I want you guys to make a prediction based on what I recorded. So I tracked and recorded the weather from yesterday and today. The weather yesterday on Tuesday was sunny, and in the afternoon it was 31 degrees Celsius. On Wednesday, today, it was sunny with some clouds. In the afternoon, it was 29 degrees Celsius. What do you think the weather will be tomorrow? Minha, what do you think?
I predict it will be rainy.
Rainy, okay, maybe it gets more cloudy. Minlong, what do you predict?
I predict tomorrow it will be sunny and not rain.
All right, Minlong predicts it will be sunny. So these predictions determine what you will wear tomorrow, what activities you can do. You guys are going to do the same thing. You're going to track and record the weather over the weekend. You'll draw the weather Saturday, and you'll draw the weather Sunday. And just like we just did, you'll use this information to predict the weather on Monday. And then make a video about the weather you recorded in your prediction. So you will get a worksheet, and all you have to do is follow the directions. There is a space to draw and record the weather Saturday and Sunday. There is a space to draw and record the weather for your prediction, what you think it'll be on Monday. And the questions you need to answer in your video are also on the worksheet. Okay, so record the weather Saturday and Sunday and use that to predict the weather on Monday and make a video about your prediction. And I'll miss you guys. Have a super, super fun